What up, y'all? It's T-Tar, and today we're looking at more of y'all's theories for Pokemon in 2024. Let's go. Legends Paldea theory. Hey, T-Tar, since Game Freak's changing up their formula, if they're gonna stall for the next console, what if instead of a third DLC, not only do we instead get a Legends game, but since both Unova and Johto are expected, that they completely shock a lot of people by making a Legends game about the most recent generation. A Legends Paldea game could tell us more about Heath, connect to other regions, tell us what happened with the ruinous Pokemon and what happened to the Paldean Empire. First off, Legends Paldea will be fire when the time comes. So much has been set up for it in an unimaginable amount. And I mean, this is still possible if you really think about it, but seeing as what it looks like Game Freak is doing, they made the Legends game on their remake revisit to the region. So, you know, when we got Diamond and Pearl remake, that's when we got the Legends game. So we probably have to wait a good 10-ish years to do that. But that's why you're saying it would be a shock. But the whole point of a Legends game, I guess, is the mysteries have sizzled in our head for many years for them to now tell us the Legend story. As much as it sucks to say this, a lot of the mysteries in Scarlet and Violet have been left on a good note, a mysterious note. The paradox of the Scarlet and Violet books, they can't exist the way they do. The ruinous Pokemon, Paldean Empire, everything freaking about Heath. When we do get Legends Paldea, we will be in the time of Heath, and Heath will be an NPC, and we'll be able to see his adventure first time. We might even play as like one of the members of his crew, or we're playing as this kid who like sneaks onto the expedition with them. And so maybe if you look in the back of the photos when you see like some dude with the Charmander, maybe that's us in the Legends game, you know? And maybe in this Legends game, when we go with Heath to this grassy patch area, when they uncover it and Heath's there writing all his pages about all the stuff he's uncovering, they can reveal there that maybe that grassy patch is connected to the ruinous Pokemon. And then we start to learn more about them as well. And maybe remnants of the Paldean King's attempts to go down Area Zero. There's a lot that could be put into a Legends Paldea, and since they're all things we still don't have answers to even after the DLC, it's not a bad option. Okay, so I see what a lot of people are cooking when they send these, but the thing is, the point of these games is not to answer every mystery. Some mysteries are supposed to be unanswered. Every Pokemon game has mysteries even after they're done. For Kanto, it's the mystery of what Mew is. For Johto, you had the Runes of Elf completely unanswered. For Hoenn, we had what? Sky Pillar, the Reggies, what happened with them, Gen 5 Original Dragon. So yeah, I personally think even if they did make a Legends Paldea right now, it wouldn't be appreciated because it's happened too fast. So we gotta wait a bit so people really yearn for wanting more lore on Paldea. But yeah, of course, on that note, some of these mysteries are intended to be solved and sometimes right away as well, but just not all of them, right? I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. Y'all let me know what you think. The 2024 Pokemon game is going to be in... Hi, T-Tar. I believe I figured it out. So in Ku's teaser, he mentioned Kanto, Johto, Unova, and Paldea for his 2024 map predictions. Technically, the Mochi Mayhem covers Paldea. And Unova? Nah, I don't cover Unova. But I don't cover Paldea either. Wait a second, I never even thought of that. Ku's... I think that's an oversight by Ku. How Ku gonna say 2024 he puts Paldea, but we've been all this time thinking it was the epilogue, but the epilogue doesn't happen in Paldea. I guess because some parts of story happen there. I guess technically you can put that. Nah, it happens in Kitakami though, Ku. Is there an oversight? Ku has a history of trolling regarding his riddles, so it's likely that this is another troll. Yeah, I mean, if Paldea counts for the epilogue, then technically Unova does too, because after you beat the epilogue, you get new Unova content. You can go back, you get Nemona, Penny, Arvin's trade clubhouse, and then you get to see Kieran and Carmen back on Blueberry again. Hey, that's messed up. I never even thought of it like that. So hold up. You're telling me you can technically knock out Paldea and Unova from these four? Technically, you could, if you wanted to believe Ku on this, and that just leaves Kanto and Johto. This simplifies the slate for us a lot. So now all we gotta assume is we're getting just one game this year, which would be a Crystal remake like I've been speculating, or Legends Johto, which would have a focus on Johto, and then we could talk about the Kanto involvement later. We don't gotta focus on that. But that's pretty simplified. Therefore, this all but confirms to me that the 2024 games will be in Johto, which will probably be announced on Pokemon Day. This sounds right. And like with the other Johto games, you will be going to Kanto. I don't know too much about that, but we'll pretend for now. That would cover all 4 mentioned regions. Bro, that whole crap with Poly and Unova is not wrong. Besides, I don't personally see Unova Remix coming until 2025. I agree with this. Having both Johto and Unova in 2025 sounds crazy. We already have half the fans pissed Game Freak releasing too many games. They do 2 gens in 1 year? I mean 2 games in 1 year? The Unova and Ku's post is a troll. And we do have a Johto focus, which you know I'm all down for, because we'll get Unova next year anyway, okay? It's not gone forever. So going back to this post Ku made, where he implied Unova or Johto, and wrote which, the answer would be Johto. See, I know we've all been heavily considering Unova's coming, especially with Ku teasing things like this, but I'm seriously starting to think this is a troll. And what we talked about in this video outs the troll. And Kanto and Johto really are the focus, especially if Legends Arceus got pushed all the way to 2022. Unova being in 2024 is far too soon. 2025 at least gives it more time. My dudes, I think we just solved his riddle. This has to be the answer. This would also mean that uncle stuff he was talking about, either he's trolling with that too, or he's talking about stuff that's way in the future for Unova. You know, when he said original soup, paradox soup, something like that. That could be Unova content far in the future. Remember, Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold and Soul Silver were in the same gen. Now that the Diamond and Pearl remakes are out, before we even moved to Unova, if we were to just follow the same time frame, which doesn't necessarily have to happen, but if we were to, we would get Johto out of the way properly first before we jump into Unova season. And one more point, right? This is why we had the whole Blueberry Academy approach. They wanted to give us a proper slice of Unova to stall us and make us satisfied while we go through 2024 with Johto, and until they give us the big Unova games in 2025. This was a big idea I was talking to y'all about, how Blueberry was such a love letter to Unova that it's like they wanted to make us satisfied with the Unova product for the time being, because it wasn't coming directly next. So Blueberry Academy at the end of 2023, then we wait till 2025's end to actually make it to Unova around November. That sounds like what they were trying to do. This is crazy. This is actually what's happening. So check it out. This is what's gonna happen on Pokemon Day this year. When Ku makes a post, like for example, who would you save? And he put Penny, Arvid, and Nemona. Obviously, you couldn't pick and save one in specific. It was a semi-troll, but he was hinting the whole something's gonna happen to them. But what he does is, so this is from September. In the modern day, after the answer is revealed, he posts a picture revealing his answer. So he tweets it and he posts the picture of all 3 of them possessed. Another example, October 12th. Okay, time to bed. It's self-item or grandma's joke. This is about the Peach Run plush. And then he reveals just now, it was Momotaro himself. The answer. One more for the troll. He typed which and he put grass or bug about Hydrapple, what its typing would be. This is from October. Then he quotes the tweet and he updates it with the answer, grass, have you been trolled? After Hydrapple is revealed. So in the same way, on Pokemon Day, February 27th, maybe we wait a day, February 28th, he's gonna quote this tweet where it's the map of the 4, and he's gonna add in a picture of just updated Blueberry dialogue for Unova, us in our mom's house with our friends for Paldea, and then whatever the Kanto and Johto reveal on Pokemon Day is gonna be. And he's gonna reveal it was half a troll. That's the prediction. So I know, Ku, you watching these sometimes, mans are on to you. You must be trolling with this post. Anyhow, my dudes, make sure y'all shank that like button. We got 6 weeks until Pokemon Day. What do y'all think? Will they reveal Unova after all? Or is this the year of Johto 2024? But good Johto, like Legends Johto, big lore drops, and making us love Johto by the end of this year. You never know. Anyhow, there's a lot more I want to talk about, so I'll see y'all either later today or tomorrow. Take care.